see, the C7 Corvette Stingray, especially this one in the Z51 package, is one of the best budget-friendly supercars you can buy. And in today's review, you and I together are going to go through every nit and bit that makes this car one of the best and wildest supercars you can buy on internet. You see, the C7 Corvette is one of the best looking things to be rolled out of any American factory, quote my word, anywhere. And this particular generation, the C7, being inspired by the C5, I mean, you can say that again 3 times. You see this beautiful, unique badge right here. It speaks, oh, it's not just about being American. It's just about the powertrain, the consideration that goes into manufacturing these cars, the handling, the driving dynamics, everything about it, and how mind-blowing this beautiful car here is. So we have a front mid-engine layout right here and a very unique design that just speaks, oh yes, I'm beautiful, but I can go really fast when the need arises. Then we have a beautiful headlamp design, very nice intakes and outlets. Even further on the side, we also get a very light setup. So apart from having an aluminum chassis and suspension setup, we get aluminum rims. We have 19 inches on the front with 6 piston brake calipers, another set of outlets on each side. And what makes this car just as unique is this beautiful badge right here, because this is a pure breed original Corvette Stingray model, which is super cool. Then of course we get our side mirror, an entirely aerodynamic design that leads all the way to the back. And at the back we also get 20-inch very light rims with 4 piston brake calipers. And here, you see this booty? I think we all know by now that this is one of my favorite parts of cars. The entire design and thought process that went in through this was very thoughtful. And I think my favorite thing about it is this mid-exhaust setup. I mean, the quad pipes, they are something else. Sitting in the C7, it just reminds you of what it feels like to be in something called like automotive heaven. You get a beautiful and very wide and long door that doesn't come with the normal lever, rather you have a button. And of course, the only thing you get on this door are 2 window controls for both sides. Then you also get, of course, the lock and unlock button, a beautiful Bose speaker. And coming in here, you get the 20-way power adjustable driver seat. Actually, both of them are 20-way power adjustable. So you get like optimum comfort in a car that just speaks a whole lot of performance. And on this side, you get the beautiful D-shaped steering wheel with the Corvette logo. Of course, this car comes standard with the cruise control that is adaptive. You also get adaptive suspensions, and you get other voice controls here for the infotainment system here. We get a digital and an analog gauge cluster. So the digital screen shows you every bit of information that you need to see, including track information, traffic information, fuel information, everything it is that you can think about. And then you still get like the analog clocks that show you your speed clock and your rev counter. And then you also get the very driver focused center console with all of the controls for everything. So like I said, it's a budget friendly supercar, so it feels like a real supercar. I think the most interesting thing I find here is this grab handle, because the torque this thing pushes when you pedal this car to the net, and the fact that it's a naturally aspirated engine, you are getting power on demand. The passenger prince or princess actually really does need something to hold on to, if I'm being honest. Anyway, that aside, we have a driver-focused air vent. Of course, we get some other controls here. You get this control for the infotainment screen, and I love how this place just is empty with 1 USB port until you hit screen and the screen pops up. As with everything rolled out of a Chevy factory, this features a Chevy MyLink infotainment interface, which is compatible with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Of course, you also get Wi-Fi inbuilt in this car, which uses the OnStart telecommunication or telematics system. So you can actually subscribe, only that if you're in my location, that's not available, so you can use that here. Anyway, you also get satellite navigation, you get more controls for the screen, you get climate zone controls, then you get a 12-volt socket, this right here, and here we get some storage, even more storage right here. Everything on this side is actually really driver focused, because why doesn't this open from this side? Still, you get another 12-volt socket, 2 USB ports, and well, the third one behind the screen right there. And we have our shifter, which is just beautiful. Now I'm in love with the leather quality, because all we have here is leather. There's no form of plastic. Of course, we do get this chrome aluminum-ish bit, but everything seems really nice and really sturdy. You don't get rattling sounds and all of that. Another of my favorite features is the 10-speaker Bose audio system, which comes standard in this car. And if you get an optional 20-speaker one in the ones with the 3LT trims, oh, that's pretty amazing. Now, this car comes in two body types. Of course, we get the beautiful soft top convertible, and we get this beautiful coupe that comes with a removable hardtop. So I love the fact that this is this way because, like I said, it has a very aerodynamic build. So this all just deflects wind, spreads it out. So there's a whole lot going on that actually helps you or enables you to enjoy your driving experience, and also improves how this car drives, like a whole downforce, everything. The dynamics of it are beautiful. Right now, we also get a lot of technology for both driver assistance and safety, such as the ABS. We have stability and traction control, cruise control, and the rest of them just to keep you safe. But as to the things that make the mechanics of this car feel real, this is where the fun comes in, right? So we get the ELSD, the limited slip differential. Of course, we also get the anti-roll bars that are very stiff with stiffer suspensions and springs, or stiffer shocks rather and springs, and you get a whole lot. And the fact that this is a front mid-engine, while it's not as good or as perfect dynamically as the rear mid-engine units, you still get that balance. So now to the most iconic part of this car. What powers this beautiful baby is the same engine that runs across all Stingray trims except the Z06. What we have is a 6.2 litre naturally aspirated V8 engine. It comes paired in one of two transmissions depending on which unit you go for. So there's the 7-speed manual, which has aggressive shifting due to the torque distribution, and then you get the 8-speed automatic transmission, which shifts 80 milliseconds faster than Porsche's very iconic PDK. And that is just bonkers. Of course, this car puts out 460 horsepower, 621 Newton meters of torque. And when I tell you that the G-force is mind-numbing, that totally is underestimating how much you get from that, because it gives you all of this torque at around 4,500 RPM, and this car redlines at 6,500 RPM, which is very crazy. So you get all of this power being sent to just the rear wheels, and boy, oh boy, this car comes with tech that is very underestimated, right? So you get a beautiful setup that helps you to save fuel by cutting off 4 cylinders when you're driving in eco mode and at certain speeds. So that helps you save fuel and save power. It also does this thing where when you lose control until you gain your balance, it cuts off power. So you're able to gain your balance. So it keeps you safe. It doesn't spin you out of the way, which is what we know American muscle cars to be. And this falls somewhere in that line. Now, this car, if you get the manual transmission, sprints from 0 to 100 in under 4 seconds. But you see this automatic unit with that mind-blowing transmission, it does the same in 3.7 seconds. And you get 5 amazing drive modes: weather, eco, tour, sport, and track. And just like I mentioned, every of those information are shown to you right in the screens in that beautiful car. Now, the only thing you may not be comfortable with is the build quality that you get, because you might feel it's not on par with those of its competitors. But then again, you also have to remember that most of its competitors are twice the price that you get the beautiful Corvette Stingray. The C7 Corvette Stingray is brutally quick and the handling is brilliant. I'm talking about the car that is mind-blowing. It's compared to the likes of the BMW Z4, the Jaguar F-Type, the Toyota GR Supra, even the Nissan Z, or maybe the Nissan GTR, depending on how you look at it. Okay, we'll stick with the Nissan GTR. But this car is just amazing. And if you're thinking about a car that I don't know, do you think it's a daily driver? Because I think so. If you live in cities that are not very heavy on traffic, this is actually really good. And it's a car that if you keep well optimally, it's going to run in optimal conditions. But anyway, let me know what you think. Do you think that this very budget-friendly supercar just might be the best one for you to buy if you're on a budget? Or do you still really want to go for the cliches like Lamborghini Huracan and the rest of them? Let me know in the comments, guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me up until this extent. If you haven't yet, please do well to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like this video, share it with your loved ones and everybody who cares to see the beautiful Stingray. And I'll see you in my very next review.